Following the devastation of Hurricane Irma in 2017, Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis gave Minister of Works the Honorable Desmond Bannister the task of fortifying the building codes. Contractor and a member of the Bureau of Standards and Quality Committee says the code was something they were just about to focus their attention on before Hurricane Dorian struck. Now, in the wake of the storm, construction industry professionals say the Bahamas building code is overdue for an update. Cleopatra Murphy has more.
I believe that if our industry was regulated and contractors had licenses, we would not have seen a lot of the devastation that we saw after Dorian.
Grand Bahama and Abaco have become graveyards of debris, with the remnants of homes and businesses torn to shreds in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. President of the Bahamas Contractors Association, Michael Pratt, says Hurricane Dorian has exposed many of the weaknesses in the construction sector, where he says the value of construction must be upgraded.
We need to improve, the standard of inspections in the country, and we can also use the license of contractors to improve these standards. If a contractor is licensed, he has to carry sufficient insurance, and then if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, then that license could be taken from him.
The lives lost due to Hurricane Dorian and the destruction of property has renewed the conversation about updating the country's building code that has not been updated since 2003. President of the Bahamas Society of Engineers, Quinton Knowles, says the Bahamas has a robust building code, among the best in the region, but enforcement is a problem.
The building control department here is stretched. There's only so many resources. There's issues with transportation, and that's on Nassau. I can only imagine how it is in the Family Islands. There's also issues where the Family Island Commissioner, I think that's the name of the person, they are the de facto building control officer, and this person can be anybody. And that type of situation is that is not helpful, and it's open to problems.
Pratt says building homes that can better withstand hurricanes starts with reducing the cost of homes from land to funding and getting more for less.
If you think about maximizing your space, you don't have any basic space in your building. If you think about building to get those results at the end of the day, you can now look and say, I'm prepared to do a little extra to improve the structure of my home to prepare it for a more forceful hurricane. You're talking about maybe putting in shear walls, so you're putting in our concrete walls. All right, we're talking about the hurricane impact windows and installing them properly, of course.
Knowles says the country can use Dorian's destruction as a learning tool.
It's amazing that people would go through this and go through a terrifying experience like that, and when everything's calmed down, they move back to their home, haven't even looked to see whether or not how they can shore up their home. Where are my weaknesses? Perhaps I don't have sufficient hurricane clips. Did the contractor put in all the columns he supposed to?
The men say consumer education has a role to play in producing homes that are more hurricane resistant. As Grand Bahama and Abaco look to rebuild after Dorian's destruction, they say the country must make use of the extensive knowledge of industry professionals to inform changes to the building code that are overdue. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.